When I became a human, I said goodbye to the muse and left her house and left the city. Until that beautiful morning, I went out into the street, dressed like a king. At first, I was surprised at who I was at that time and stood in a corner of an alley. At night, I walked the streets under the moonlight. I climbed up the walls and roofs to look inside through the living room windows and attics. Therefore, I have seen things that no one else in this world sees. Alas! Actually, it and number 39. Reasonable to say that people are bad, and I Don and number 39. See much honor in being human. I have seen women and men, parents and children alike, do unimaginable bad things. Continued, yes, I have seen all the things that no one should know, but everyone wants, which is to harm fellow human beings. Alas! If I could write all of that on a newspaper for everyone to read, I would know. So I always go everywhere. People are afraid of me, so they treat me kindly. Professors call me colleague. The men gave me new clothes, the merchants gave me their most beautiful products, and the women thought I was beautiful. Just like that, I became what I am today. Well, I have to go. Here is my business card. I and number 39. M on the side with the sun. When it rains, I and number 39. M always at home. And quote. Days passed and several years passed. Suddenly the shadow returned. It asks, "How have you been?" The scientist replied, "Oh. I wrote many books about truth, goodness, and beauty. But nowadays no one cares about that. I and number 39. Am so miserable. I Don and number 39. Have to care. That and number 39. Why I get fat. Besides, smart people are all do the same as me. You and number 39. Not that careful at all. If you keep doing this, you and number 39. I'll get sick. Go on a trip. I just found out I and number 39. Am about to go. Do you want to go with me? I also like to have one companion. Do you want to be my shadow? I really like it and will bear the cost for you. That and number 39. Too troublesome. Oh well. Whatever you think of it, it will be done. Let and number 39. Travel. A trip will make you feel better. But I and number 39. Am your shadow. That and number 39. So rude. Life is like that and it will always be like that. The shadow leaves. In fact, a scientist cannot. He is thinking and sad because the public and number 39. Attitude towards what he wrote about Chan, Thien, and Mai is no better than a cow and number 39. Attitude towards Nutmeg. In the end, it turned out that he was really sick. His friends told him, "You look almost like a shadow." Hearing that, the scientist was startled. The shadow returned and told him, "You must go to the sea. There is no other remedy. Using old friendship, I will take you away. I will pay for the travel expenses, and you will write a travelogue about this trip." Me too. I need to go to the beach because my beard 1 and number 39. Grow anymore. That and number 39. Also a disease. People need to have beards. Know a little, accept the invitation. We will travel together as friends. So they set out. Now the shadow is the boss, and the boss is the shadow. They walked side by side, one above the other, in front or behind the other, depending on the position of the sun. The shadow always tries to play condescendingly. But the scientist did not pay attention. He felt refreshed, and one day, he said to the shadow, "Since you are my companion and have been with me for a long time, let and number 39 have a drink to celebrate our close friendship as brothers." What are you saying? The shadow resisted, because it considered itself the boss. As a scientist, you must know that people are truly strange. Some people can and number 39 bear to see another person crumpling a piece of paper, while others shudder every time they hear the sound of fingernails scraping on a glass window. He replied, "If you were to treat me like a servant, I would be equally appalled. But if you want us to be friends, it and number 39's easy. I will be your servant." And from that moment on, the shadow began to interact with the old master. The scientist thought to himself, and quote, "From now on, while I call him brother, he calls me brother, which is too much." And quote, but whether he liked it or not, he had to ignore it. They arrived at a city by the sea. There were many foreigners there, especially a beautiful princess. She went there for treatment. She has a condition where her vision is too sharp, so everything she sees is too clear, so she never sees anything wrong. She immediately realized that the new visitor was not like the others. She said, "People said he came here to treat his beard problem, but I know what disease he has no shadow." That piqued her curiosity, and during a walk, she became acquainted with the stranger. She asked immediately, "You have a shadowless disease, right?" "Ah, dear princess, your illness is almost over." I know that the princess has the disease and sees too clearly, but the disease must have improved, because the princess does not see that I have a very special shadow. "Princess, have you seen the person still following me? Other people often have the same shadow as you. As for me, I don and number 39 like ordinary things. Just like someone gives a servant a more beautiful appearance than the one he is wearing, I immediately used a person with a shadow as my shadow. Playing like that is crazy, but I don and number 39 like anything conventional." The princess wondered, "Have I recovered? Swimming here is really great. Today and number 39's sea water has extraordinary uses. But I don and number 39 want to leave this place yet. As long as his beard doesn't and #39 grow too quickly, he won and number 39 be gone again." By evening, the princess and her shadow had already waltzed together in the ballroom. She danced very gently, so lightly that the shadow had never seen a dancer dance so talentedly. They talked to each other. She told him her hometown. The shadow knew that country, because it had traveled there before, but at that time the princess was away. As it often did everywhere, the shadow had climbed through the palace windows, peered through the windows and curtains, so it knew thoroughly even the smallest things deep in the palace, making the princess very surprised. Surprised to hear it told. She thought to herself, "What a most talented person in this world." Jumping a second time with the shadow, she felt like she almost fell in love with it, but she was still wise enough to think about the fatherland, the throne and the 100 families that she would later rule. She thought to herself, "What a talented person, he dances very well. But on the other hand, we also have to see how talented he is in higher education. Must investigate." So she began to ask the shadow about very difficult problems that she herself could not answer. The ball and number 39's attitude is very strange. The princess asks, "Can and number 39 T. You answer it? The shadow replied, Yes, I understand that problem so clearly that even my shadow standing near the door can answer it for you. Is that your shadow? Isin and hash 39. T. That's strange? I Don and number 39. T. Dare to tell you for sure whether it can answer or not, but I believe it can. It and number 39. S. Been following my words for many years now. But I would like to warn you, Princess, that my shadow is very arrogant. You must treat it as a real person and satisfy it in order for it to respond kindly. I like that arrogant style. The princess came to the door to meet the scientist. She discussed with him about the sun, the moon, the human body and soul, and the scientist answered many important and useful questions. She thought to herself, his shadow is still like that, he must be very good. If I married him, it would be a great blessing for our country and hundreds of families. She proposed to the shadow, but the two sides made a pact and kept this a secret until the princess returned to her home country. No, Don and number 39. T. Tell anyone, not even my shadow. The shadow said that because, after all, it felt it had to do that to be okay. So the shadow and the scientist went to the princess and number 39's land. He told the scientist, Dear friend, listen here. I have become happy and powerful. I want you to be rich. I will let you live in my castle, ride in my carriage and go out, and give you 10,000 gold coins every year, on the condition that you accept to be my shadow and not reveal your past. Was human. Once a year, when the weather is sunny, you will have to come and hold my feet like a shadow, because I need to tell you, I married the princess and tonight we'll be married. The scientist exclaimed, No, no, that and number 39's too much. I won and number 39. T. Do that and neither will you. That and number 39. Deceiving the princess and hundreds of families. I will tell everyone that I am the real person, and you are just a shadow, wearing clothes to disguise yourself. No one wants to believe you. Be reasonable. Or I will call your ancient soldiers back. I will go find the princess. I will come to her before you, I will throw you into prison. It was done immediately, because the guards knew that the shadow was about to marry the princess and obeyed its orders. Seeing the shadow coming, the princess quickly asks, Why are you shaking so much? What is wrong? I just witnessed the scariest thing of my life. Just imagine, my shadow went crazy. It called itself human, and worse, it said I was its shadow. It and number 39's terrible, ISN and hash 39. T. It? Have you locked it up yet? Yes, but I and number 39 am afraid he will never recover from his madness. Poor shadow. Feel sorry for it. If it can be eliminated from this world, it will be a blessing for it. According to modern ethics, if we do injustice, people will criticize us. So maybe it and number 39's better to secretly kill it. The shadow sighed. It and number 39's hard to care about a loyal servant like him. The princess exclaimed, You are so noble. At night, the city was brightly lit and cannons exploded loudly. Jubilant wedding ceremony. Soldiers raised their guns and saluted. The princess and her shadow stepped out onto the balcony to meet the people, who cheered and congratulated them even more. The poor scientist never heard those chants. They killed him. End. See story. Thank you for joining us for today's fairy tale. We hope these stories bring joy and meaning to your day. If you love our channel, please hit the subscribe button so you won't miss any exciting tales. Wishing you a good night and sweet dreams. See you in the next story.